What's going on, guys? Welcome to Double Tap. This is Mash Those Buttons podcast dedicated to the FGC. I am your tardy to the party host, Crash, but that's okay. We're still here live. I've got Static Gorilla in the building, who actually, ironically, was on time before me today.
Welcome, was I? Thank you for having me. As always. Yeah, thanks for having me as always for the last 6 years. Yeah, so
yeah.
Happy New Year.
God, actually, yeah, Happy New Year. Yes, yeah, dude. Thank you. Remind me. I completely forgot. Happy New Year. Our first episode of 2024. Everything's gonna be put out there. It's gonna be I hope it's the Cat Williams of this year in FGC. I want people to just start telling. I want Mickey Mouse on every piece of fighting game content. I want it to be a DLC character in everything nowadays.
I believe this is the first one where this is the first one we're recording in the new year. The previous one was recorded in the old year, but also released in the new year. So yes, technically, technically.
Yeah, on the technicalities, yeah. But you don't hear them. But on the technicalities, there you go. Point this way. Mez is not here. He got hit with a double. The unblockable double shift at work, it is what it is, but he will definitely be back as soon as he can make some time. But all love regardless. But let's start the new year, man. We're going to start the new year with what we finished off the last year with, which is, of course, our question of the week, as well as our polls. So let's just jump into, all right, I can't even say poll. We didn't have a poll. We had a question of the week. So we did ask, what are you guys looking forward to in 2024 for the fighting game community, right? Like it could be game, it could be events, it could be a whole slew of things. And we got some really cool answers, both from on Twitter, which we posted up on Twitter, and of course on our Discord. So let's head up with Twitter. Mr. Midnight FGC, he spells Midnight MIDNYTE, because he's cool, edgy like that. He's looking forward for the rest of Season 1 DLC for Street Fighter 6 with Ed and Akuma, which we're going to talk about later. But he's also excited of who they're going to bring in for Season 2, hoping to see some old favorites and maybe another brand new fighter, as the team has done a great job with the new ideas and designs. I can agree with that. Can you agree with that? I think Street Fighter 6 has come out, swinging pretty well.
We're going to talk about that.
Look forward to.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that really soon. Like I always bring up like how the designs are like different, but if you're still familiar to the previous character, you'll be fine. And then if you want to go layers deep with the character, you can. And it shouldn't be too rough. So
we'll get more into that. We'll get more into that.
Yeah.
So some of our other listeners, like I said, hit up in our Discord. Shout out to Leonix. Really hoping Ed gives me back inspiration to play Street Fighter 6 more, and still hyped for Uni 2. Street Fighter 6 love already, man. Just to show what a good launch the game could have. What a good impact. Gingerfell stating, I'm looking forward to seeing fan favorites come back into the games and to see some more hype matches. I would love to see the fighting game fans have some things to rave and laugh and jump for joy for. I'm also looking forward to some kick-ass double tap combos. Oh, actually, I kind of forgot about that last conversation, that last sentence. Appreciate that. With everything going on in life, I'm just looking forward to finding something that brings people their peace, and I hope someone out there can pop out some fighting game magic that helps someone find their peace. Damn, man, that's love right there. That's love for everybody. Love for the show and for the fellow button mashers out there. But a lot to look forward to 2024. Like I said, what I'm really looking forward to is just who's going to pull the trigger on Steamboat Mickey being part of the DLC package. Because someone's going to do it. Someone has to do it. Like, if you don't do it, you're just... Whoever does it is the meme lord of 2024. And it's like nothing Disney can do about it. So I'm still hooked on that. Exactly. All right. But those are the questions of the week. We do have one that we're going to have posted up. We're going to talk about later in this show. But let's just jump right into it, guys. New episode, new year, new us. Psych. Well, yeah, no, it is new us. New TWT Finals. That's what I'm going to talk about. So the Tekken World Tour Finals is happening this weekend, and it's going to be the inaugural last official Bandai Namco event. Frosty Faustings is still happening at the end of the month, so you'll still have some Tekken love there. But the actual world tour, for the last world tour for Tekken 7 is coming to a close, and it kind of snuck up on me. I know it kind of did with you, Static. When I said like, oh yeah, TWT, you were like, shit, that's this weekend. I'm like, yeah.
I thought it was honestly MLK weekend, like next weekend, because I knew it came out, or it was going to come out like right before the game, the 8 comes out. Like I knew it was the same time frame from the EVO announcement. And then I forgot that it was in Los Angeles, excuse me, Louisiana. I forgot it was in New Orleans. Yeah, because I was like,
New Orleans, baby.
At first I was like, yeah, it's in the French Quarter. Oh, New Orleans. Yes. Okay, great. That's where my confusion came from.
It's been a while since I've been near New Orleans. Last time I was out there was like Biloxi. It's like 2 hours away. Yo, food. If you're out there, if you make it to TWT, grab as much food as you can, man. There's so much good grub out there. Damn.
Yeah, I went that's 0809. Yeah. I coughed. So here's the thing. I ate a beignet. I breathed in. I coughed. I covered the windshield with powder. It was great. I was driving. It's awesome.
So even though the finals are going on, they do have an LCQ. I just noticed you're driving. Jesus Christ. Last chance qualifiers happening January 12th with group stages going on the 13th. And then on the 14th, which is really going to be like, that's just content galore day, right? They're going to be having a Tekken Ball exhibition with exhibition, not execution. Exhibition. Somebody going to get murdered by this fucking Tekken Ball. Special musical guest is happening. Cool. Don't know who's gonna pop up. I don't know if it's gonna be, what rapper this year is gonna come out. Is Waka Flocka gonna come out? Oh my God, DJ Khaled comes out. Please, producer, don't tell that. Don't put ideas in my head.
They've done it before. They had that the musician, the guy with the saxophone. You never saw the video where he did like?
Bro, do you have any idea how that narrows things down? It doesn't. Well,
it should. It's very popular video on YouTube, but go on.
Well, while you're figuring that out and finding that artist, they're gonna have a Tekken Talk live. So Harada, Michael Murray, and maybe potentially anyone else on the team, they're gonna start taking questions and talk about obviously Tekken 8. Right? This is also that as much as TWT is a send off for Tekken 7, it's going to be a big hype up event for Tekken 8, right? And then speaking of 8, we'll get top 8 right after that, and they will have demo stations of Tekken 8 throughout. So we don't know what build they'll have, maybe something newer potentially, we don't know, or if it's just demo. Well, it says demo stations. I don't know if it means like demo as in the Steam demo or the console demo, but they'll have Tekken 8 there. So if you're not playing, if you're not in the LCQ, if you're not worried about competition, you're there for some good time, for some good food, some good vibes, and some Tekken Ball exhibitions / executions, and you got some Tekken 8 demo stations. The TWT finals will be the spot to be at. We're going to be watching. I know I'll be watching because I'm going to be jumping into some Tekken for sure. I'm scared. I'm scared, man. I'm getting in the kiddie pool with this game right now. I'm afraid I'll like it though. That's the thing. But I don't want to betray my 2D ways and just go all 3D because I'll just go in, man. There's a lot of really good characters.
So you ever heard of J Music Ensemble?
No, not even close. Wow.
Okay. He's done a cover of like Heat Haze and Infinite Azure themes from
Tekken. Okay. Yeah. No, never mind. You're right. That's all you had to say. Yes, because I remember the tweet went viral, like the clip went viral with him and such after the event. You're right.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll show up. Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna just put it out there. I don't care what game it is. I have been forever just traumatized for Deltron I am traumatized because Deltron has never released, or Capcom has not released the Deltron song for G's actual like theme song that he made that only showed up in the trailer. And it's Deltron. Like if you know who Deltron is, this is someone like, especially if you're a hip hop head, you know who Deltron is. Especially if you like weirdo raps, you know who Deltron is. And he did G's theme. And they have yet to ever release that track. And since then, I've lost like all trust in musical acts when it came to fighting games. Especially when they had him show up and he'd like perform drunk or some shit. I don't know if you remember that. That shit was like terrible.
Oops.
Yeah, go look it up. It's a real thing. Well, but regardless, release the Deltron tapes, please.
The Alex theme from the trailer never got sent out either.
Yeah, but the Alex theme wasn't like, I don't think it was as much of a banger as G's theme was. But regardless, I know we're talking Street Fighter now, but Tekken World Tour Finals, make sure to get into it. Make sure to watch it this weekend because there's a chance maybe this is actually our poll for this week. Are we going to see the first potential DLC character to be released for Tekken 8? We're going to put up a poll. Spotify put it up on Twitter. What do you guys think? Do you think Harada will be nice enough to give us a peek into the potential first character we're going to pay extra money for? Or You know, is he just going to ride the train to just kind of get the base game out there and just keep all focus on that, and DLC will come later?
Do we have an idea of who's in it? What players?
I don't think there's been any kind of DLC leaks for Tekken 8. The roster had that whole leak a while ago.
No. I'm sorry.
No DLC.
I meant who's in the finals, but I saw it. I found the leaderboards.
Yes.
Arslan Ash, Osman, CBM, John Ding, Ni, Atif, Joka. Sorry, I was scrolling through fast. Rangchu, Anakin. Oh, nice. You made it. Daniel Mado, Rafe, Akuma, Lohai. That's at least. No, that's at least Lohai. That's 13th. So then there's a couple more. Chikarin is in there too. Yeah. There you go.
Chikarin has to be
Joey
in there.
Fury.
Yeah.
All right.
Joey Fury, and then that makes it 15. So I guess it's last chance qualifier. I don't know if last chance qualifier is more than one. I believe is it top 2?
I don't know. I just see it. There's a really big line in between 19th and 20th. So I don't know if that's like the cutoff point.
Okay.
But yeah.
But we'll just have to find out on January 12th when the last chance qualifier goes on. But Tekken World Tour Finals, once again, this weekend. Make sure to tune in. All right, so we were just talking some Street Fighter, man. Street Fighter is, not saying it's like any kind of crazy news that's going on, but coming into the new year, Capcom has graced us with some new art to get you hype about some things. But I don't know about you, man. I saw this piece of art and I didn't see like excitement in the traditional sense. I saw terror. I saw fear. And I saw a lot of aggression is really what I saw. So we got the one Akuma picture? Render. Yes, just from that one picture, the Akuma render for 2024, raging into 2024 Street Fighter 6. Like I don't know what it is. So here's the thing that got me confused. Like Ed is next. We know Ed is next. They've already we've already seen the concept art obviously when all the DLC characters were announced. But I believe there was like some piece that came out recently about Ed. And we know he's coming up next. I feel like this is Capcom going like, yeah, Ed's whatever. Yo, shout outs to Ed Walker who qualified Capcom Cup just recently, and he did it mostly with Ryu throughout the tournament. Nice. The most famous Ed, competitive Ed from Street Fighter 5.
YOLO.
But 16, let's not forget, 1, 2, 3, maybe. I thought he was 17, but 16, we'll give it.
Now 17, I'm sure.
Let's not forget this motherfucker's coming up. Yeah. Street Fighter, I think, especially recent Street Fighter, in my opinion, does not get started until this fucking guy's in the system. Because Akuma will just take the formula, the machine, everything, and just throw a fucking monkey wrench on it. And like, you just don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what it is, but when Akuma gets introduced, bro, it is just fucking mayhem. It is mayhem. And I think this version of Akuma, who looks fucking fierce, by the way, like just straight, more, I don't know, we joked about him being all lion-like because of the mane and stuff. This is more gorilla, like this is a silverback. Like, I don't know if you've seen the silverback meme where he does like the raging demon. This is, I see no difference right now here. I feel like the FGC is about to get just mopped up when this guy comes out, and I am so scared.
Yeah, this is obviously his demon pose, or at least, him teleporting up to us and saying hello.
Giving you a hug.
About 16 times with the screen black, Anyway. I saw it, I shared it, and my brothers were like, whoa, that looks cool. And I'm just like, yeah, but it's not a trailer.
I'm scared.
I'm just like, when are they updating a trailer? I know there was going to be an update a couple days or recently there was an update.
Yeah. I think there's supposed to be some more content because like they came out with some New Year's content, right? That's coming up. It's more Battle Hub centric, right? More costumes, premium stuff. But supposedly there's some more stuff down the line that isn't Ed. We'll find out hopefully soon. But Ed's on the horizon. But remember this guy right here, this fucking bead wearing, like just murderer, like the hands of God. Can you imagine how crazy Tokido's gonna be? You think he dropped Ken?
Well, sure. I mean, it depends. I feel like he's gonna have anti-tech, sort of like in Street Fighter 5, how he had anti-shimmy, like he had a lot of shimmier type of moves, like airborne moves, like the forward fierce had no business being there in the game, and then just being able to cancel an V trigger on those buttons. This is gonna have like, you're gonna see buttons that shouldn't be canceled into.
Two drive rush, bro. I'm already kind of pacing back and forth in my seat because I'm like, this is so crazy.
I'm gonna predict it now. Watch him be able to like cancel his crouching sweep, like his sweep. He's gonna be able to cancel his sweep. Like, you know how Abel was able to cancel sweep into like roll? I'm gonna call it because I feel like something's gonna be cheap. Like something out there is gonna be.
It's Akuma. Stupid. He is the epitome of cheap. But once again, he's raging into 2024. You know, Capcom's just like, hey, Ed's coming up, but don't forget about this guy. Don't forget about this guy. He's coming. He's in the horizon.
Light punch forward, light kick, heavy punch your face. Sorry, it's
into we're gonna raging demon into this ad real quick. That's what we're gonna do. We'll be right back after this. We got some more Street Fighter talk to get into on the show. See you guys after this.
So I have a question for you.
Oh, we're back, also, and I already got a question. Show, what you got?
Sorry, you were about to breathe and say what you were about to say. Do you think they would even give him Raging Demon input as light punch forward, light kick, heavy punch?
Bro, modern Akuma is what I'm getting more scared of right now.
Okay. Sorry, I really just messed up. You're coming back from the commercial.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Akuma's gonna be living rent free in my head until he's released, or at least the first trailer comes out.
And well, I ask because remember in the old game, in 5, you were able to just activate V trigger and mash all the buttons, and you'd get Demon. You didn't even have to do light punch forward, heavy punch.
The input leniency was terrible. Yeah, I remember Filipino Champ posting up that video about that. I remember that sort of thing.
You know?
Yeah. All right. So besides Akuma, there's something else that's kind of been making its rounds. No pun intended there. But do you remember? Street Fighter 6 has cabs, like official cabs that Capcom was releasing out in Japan. The Type Arcades, right? Street Fighter 6 Type Arcade. They made its way around on different conventions, different events as Street Fighter 6 was getting released. I had forgotten about them, to be honest, because we're America, right? What's an arcade to us? This isn't the mid-90s anymore. But funny enough, though, on a fun Reddit post that started as a Reddit post that was also a posting from another site called Arcade Heroes, Street Fighter 6 Type Arcades are appearing at round 1s in US of A. Round 1, for those that don't know what they are, they're just this generation's Dave and Buster's, but a little bit more arcade-centric. With very games and such.
It's more Japanese-centric, in my opinion, like Taito Station arcades and Sega Station arcades.
Exactly. There's a lot more modern stuff that you will see in Japanese arcades. If you go over there, but the type arcades, I remember Capcom stating they were going to send some over. It was already going to be a limited run because arcades are dying out. But round 1, right? No stranger to having cabs of all different games and over the years, right? They even had a Street Fighter 5 arcade that was perfectly working on the network and everything. You can play people that are networked together in Street Fighter 5 at a round 1. We even went to an event last year. I say an event, but it was really a get together of friends. It was like a dozen of us plus that showed up for a mutual friend of ours from the community, and it was like their birthday, and they happened to have Street Fighter and among other fighting games. But we were all jumping on the cabs, right? We're all jumping on cabs, putting up credits and playing each other or playing people online. And dude, it was a lot of fucking fun. I'm gonna be honest. That was actually one of my fondest memories of 2023 was reliving that arcade feel again with the homies. Because this wasn't at someone's house. This wasn't at some venue specifically for this. I know it's a venue meant for games, but I mean arcade games specifically. Like it wasn't for fighting games specifically. It was just like we had our own little pocket, right? You go get some food, get some beer, and just I still got the pictures. It was awesome. Great memory.
Yeah.
I saw this article and I was like, bro, if they're going to start popping up in round 1s more often, this is like a really cool opportunity for communities that maybe they don't have a LAN center, right? They don't have a lab. They don't have, venues or anything like that are like specifically built, like, people like shout outs to cats like Moosh, right? That are building, little pockets, little venues for fighting games competitively. But these round 1s are, they're open to the public. They're much more casual, right? Like, I think you'll find a casual person run up to a Street Fighter 6 cab like this, and then maybe go home and actually buy the game and play it. Like, we'll get them in to do it because maybe they enjoyed playing it there versus having to go look for a venue like that might seem a little intimidating for them. But like I said, it's another opportunity for community members that maybe don't have something nearby, but maybe they have a round one. Run a weekly? I don't see why round one would be like, no. Like, hey, maybe it's like you buy in and that gives you a certain amount of credits so you can run through. You can always refill and add credits to your card so you can run extra games. But, if for your tournament run, it's $10. That's your 10 credits. So that way you do your matches per bracket, right? So it's a little controlled.
Even better, like a King of the Hill throughout the day. I think that
King of the Hill. That would be sick. That'd be so fucking hype. Because then you could also play people, just network and play people.
Right.
Like that would be sick.
But when you brought up like credits, like throughout the day, how long can you last until like we're done recording the, how long can you stay on the cab or like will somebody, just, I think King of the Hill is a bit more because you can let people they don't have to commit to staying the whole time either. I think that might work because, people are at a mall or something and they got family, kids and
little kids want to play. Anyway. Get out of here, Jimmy. Yeah. I'm trying to hit this 50. Watch me hit this 50-50 on your mom's. I got him. But I just thought this was dope. I'm hoping that they come out more. I don't think we've seen any in the East Coast. I haven't heard any like reportedly outside from like Florida, but like Burbank's got them. I think Midwest has a couple of them showing up. But there's a subreddit post that's tracking all this.
Okay, I'll check eventually. I think I have 2 or 3 in my area. Yeah, Deptford, Exton, and the Gallery. Or sorry, the Fashion District.
It's the goddamn Gallery. Stop calling it the Fashion District. You know what it is.
You're right.
But that's really it for Street Fighter, man. Once we get some Ed action, we'll be covering that. In the meantime, though, new kid on the block, kind of new old kid on the block. So if you listen to our last episode, we had some things we were looking forward to in 2024. And something I brought up was this game that, was announced kind of stealthily, but, we hadn't seen anything yet. Sure enough, we go on break, we got a trailer. So Hunter x Hunter has made its official, or Hunter x Hunter, and what is it, Nen X Impact is the title of the game, where we have, obviously, the characters from the anime all posed up. This is being done by Aiding. We covered it. Aiding, company known for DNF Duel, Dragon Ball Fighters, Marvel. They've been involved in quite a bit of the tag spectrum of things. Even though this is all we got was just that pose off, a lot of people were already instantly speculating on whether or not it was going to be a 3D arena fighter, because when you think anime, you think like the Naruto's, even like the latest like Jujutsu Kaisen and stuff like that. They're a 3D anime arena fighter. Excuse me. Yeah. You're dealing with an entire ZY X-axis deal. So it's a really cool Reddit post that came up because, like I said, we don't have gameplay to go off of here. But there's a really cool Reddit post that came up that covered a lot of evidence stating that this game is more of a 2D fighter than it would be a 3D arena because of the lighting. And it was really cool. They break it down on the post itself, where they actually show screenshots of like how the lighting is, because in traditional 2D fighters, you see how like when two characters are facing each other, even if they are, mirrors, or if they're just copies of each other, you'll see the shading on the characters are coming from one specific direction. And in a 3D fighter, you typically see it coming from just like from one direction, from one side of the character, and it's affecting the shadows on the other. So it's kind of different. So if you see a mirror off, like the shadows will be different. While as in a 2D fighter, they're exactly the same because they're symmetrical, because they are meant to stay on this plane of existence and not supposed to be able to be affected on either way. Yeah, there's like I said, that posting was really cool. It was done by I think it's Sorian on the subreddit Fighters, where he kind of shows Gon's left and right side, and he even took the actual left side and copied it over just to see how it would look symmetrically, and give you examples like Majin Buu in Dragon Ball, Iron Man in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, just to prove the theory. And even as the latest, as DNF shows the same way of lighting, while as in a 3D fighter, a 3D arena, like the Naruto fighting game, a Shippuden fighting game, you see the shadows are different. And normally player 2 is like, kind of, as far as you could tell, it's usually back facing. They're not actually like mirrored. They're like one's actually flipped, kind of like the whole stance shift in MK. Same deal. But that's really cool. I preferred it was going to be like a 3v3. I was hoping Aiding could just give it the Marvel approach, to be honest. Just let it be tag assisted, crazy busted stuff. Give it whatever IP. The formula works. And Hunter x Hunter is one of those animes. If you don't know it, it's actually a very long running anime. It's pretty hardcore. This shit is hardcore AF. If you haven't seen any of it, which Static clearly hasn't, go check it out, especially check the newer one. But these are all characters that got crazy abilities, superhero-like abilities, crazy strengths. So you can make crazy cinematics from it. So I think it'll get people hyped. And even if even if you don't know the IP, if the game is good, if the gameplay mechanics are good, you might just enjoy it. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, listen, Dragon Ball was the like quintessential top tier like anime you could use, the most popular, I guess you could say. Whereas, you know, I would expect like they were supposed to do like a My Hero one, right? I think something more modern that everybody would really. I'm not saying Hunter x Hunter is not modern, but I'm saying like something I would expect maybe something more modern, or even like a more Jump Force-y type of, you know, collaboration maybe. But that's fine.
Well, yeah, so My Hero did do it. It's just they did a 3D. An arena. They did an arena fight. Yeah, so
there were rumors of one to be like this, but maybe it was Hunter x Hunter and somebody was just like, oh, it's My Hero, you know.
Yeah. Like I said, Hunter is not a bad IP to do it for, so we'll just have to see what the actual gameplay is going to be like. But if it's aiding and just looking at how you know, even the lighting is and how the speculation is, I would give it the Marvel. I would say it's been given the Marvel treatment, and that's what we'll be looking forward to. All right, so with that, we've got there we go. The release of a quick little piece of furniture. I know we don't cover a lot of furniture on this show, but it's from Qanba. This was shown off. Apparently, it was at Evo last year. I think they had from what I hear, they had a booth there. I don't know if you saw it there, but their 2009 desk, 1-player and 2-player. I guess you call it half a cab. It's not like a full cab. Yeah. You don't get a monitor or anything. It's just basically, like, I'm not trying to undersell it or anything. It's just, this is what I see it as. It's just like an IKEA desk that's got a controller board in it, and it's got, you know, some buttons up top, right? Like, so dope. It's a dedicated station that you can put. I'm gonna tell you right now, producer, if you can, pause that video. That 1-player side, I will already tell you right now, nobody in their right mind should be putting, if you go forward a little bit more and you actually show me the bottom of it, ain't nobody in their right mind should ever put their damn Switch or Steam Deck down there and expect it to be down there if I'm sitting in front of it. Because you know damn well when I get hit with a mix-up, my foot is gonna jolt and I'm just straight field goal kick the shit out of whatever's in there. So I would not put that there.
My Switch is down there.
Oh God, you're a brave man. Fuck that. That shit is got straight finkel.
Oh, it's like it's falling over sometimes. Thankfully, it's not wired. So when I am playing Pokemon online, the Ethernet, there's no Ethernet cable, so it is on Wi-Fi. Thankfully, it's not a game that requires lag or anything. But yeah, my Switch is down there.
but nah. So it's a cool concept. I like it. I'm a cab enthusiast myself. A lot of people are like, oh, this will be like, you know, a modern cab where it's like you can put your PC here, you got space to put your games or whatever on the side. I'm like, that's dope. I don't, you know, I'm assuming that's the market they're going for. There's some quirks about it that I'm just kind of like, like honestly, I would have put the joystick in front, because like, imagine if you're trying to use your keyboard, like now I have to like reach all of my buttons. Exactly. And if it's always connected, because I don't see any reason why I want to disconnect it from my PC, and especially if it's like X input or however input is on Windows, your elbows hit the wrong thing, that's like your Windows key or your game bar or something shows up in the middle of a game. I'm like, bruh, like you need to be able to, hopefully they can disable it or something like that, so it's like off on, because other than that, it's kind of cumbersome. It
would be better as a slide, or even like a detachable. That can, like,
yeah. Detachable, or hitbox variation would be sick though too.
Or like even a flipboard. You know?
Yeah, but you know, hey, cool concept. I like the idea of them always trying something different. I myself will stick to my arcade cabs, but hey, this is yours for the low price of $700 for the 1-player side.
Oh yeah, nice. That's $700. Not bad.
$700. I mean, that's okay. Technically, It's like 750 or something like that. The 2-player one is like 800 something. Yeah,
that's actually not that bad of a leap. I thought you said 7,000 earlier, so I was like, oh, okay.
Hell no.
I thought it brought everything there.
$7,000, bro. $7,000. I could get a way better cab.
I thought it bought everything included. There. My bad. I thought it bought everything there. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, all right. Now we're yeah.
So I don't know if they had an actual release. Oh, and I can't say release. I believe this is already up for purchase because some people already on Twitter was like, bought player 1, got it, cool.
Pre-order,
so hey. Pre-order or bought, one or the other, but you can get it now. It is live, 2009. From what I understand, 2009, that's when Qanba apparently started. So that's like a callback to when they were established. So shout out to them for trying some new stuff.
I feel like it doesn't have enough like storage space. Like if you want a desk, give me some drawers, man.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't have drawers. I have limited space, so I've got like.
What I'm surprised, bro. I don't even got wheels. It's like it's flat. Like, give me wheels, give me something, because I might have to move this around. Who knows?
Right.
All right. Nitpicking, but the design's cool. You know, it's for whoever the market is. The market just might not be us, but it's all good though. They can make their paper. All right. So with that, we've got. Let me just check rep on time here. With that, we got a quick discussion that we can get into. Actually, before we get into the discussion.
Yeah, I was going to say mods or no?
Yeah, I was going to say, let me hit the mods real quick, actually. Yeah, so Grand Blue.
Hold on, there was also a second mod. We're going to do this one and the MK one?
Wait, which one was the MK one?
I'll link it to you while you go ahead and talk about Grand Blue then.
I just posted up on the Twitch chat then. By the way, go follow us at twitch.tv/double-tap-FGC. Check out this show one day early when we go live. Sometimes we go live with some extra stuff in the beginning when we have technical issues and we're just talking. So want to come through?
Or at the end.
Or at the end. But in the meantime, though, let's check this out. So Grand Blue Fantasy Versus has been out. And in no time at all do we have some Street Fighter 6 in my Grand Blue. We've got a dope mod. Ever since Street Fighter has come out with this frame meter, frame bar, which, by the way, you know, full disclosure, Grand Blue has a good frame system already, where, you know, it has the colors to help distinguish, like when you're plus, when you're minus, when you're neutral, stuff like that. So I don't want to say like this tool doesn't exist. It's just ever since Street Fighter 6 has come out with the hard-boiled fucking numbers, this frame bar has been modded everywhere. It's in Strive. You can get it in Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2.
Wow.
Let me just like hit you one more with that. Street Fighter 2, you can get this modded into, so that way you can even check the data there. And now it's made its home to Grand Blue. And it's because it's a nice visual way. Right, you got your colors, you got the frame counters right there, and it just breaks it down for you. For you lab monsters, you know, this is just home now. This is your legend, this is your map, this is where you want to be. You can add it to Grand Blue and get all your to the numbers, right? Get your setups to the frame number. And you got no excuses. This is available on GitHub, so for free. So go check that out.
I wonder if you still have to pay for it, even if you're modding it into Tekken 7. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah,
sorry,
that's right. Someone's going to make it for Tekken 7. Tekken 8. Mark my words.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course.
Somebody's going to put it for Tekken 8.
Mark man your words.
Mark man these words.
Put it into the Twitch chat, the Mortal Kombat Marvel mod that we
yes, I posted up about this. The fan-made Marvel gameplay trailer. This one was a really cool trailer. I actually just came across it. I think I was just going Reddit dumpster diving. Someone made a fan-made MCU trailer for Mortal Kombat 1 and just proceeded to just reskin, you know, all the characters to someone Marvel related, right? Deadpool over Johnny. We've got Iron Man over Cyrex. We've got Loki over Quan Chi, which that made a whole lot of sense. And Hulk is over who?
Hulk is Goro, but he should be Tremor. Okay. He should be Tremor. Like, I get the Thing is looking like Tremor in the later parts of the trailer, but Tremor freaking has Gamma Crush as a combo breaker. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, but I don't know. Goro
that's being picky.
Kind of makes sense. The Deadpool Johnny Cage is also really good.
It's perfect.
Like that one didn't hit me. Oh, the Baraka Wolverine. That one was too good. That one was too good. That one was Sub-Zero. And you get the Cyclops assist. The Cyclops assist over Kano cameo, bro.
Right.
Who was this? Who was it that posted
Sub-Zero, Iceman, and what's that? Oh, who made it?
No, I'm just trying to see who made it. Well, the Island Boys is who posted it up over on the Mortal Kombat subreddit, but I'm not 100% sure if that's who actually created the mod.
You got Spider-Man. Well, I don't. Is that like
Miles Morales over
right?
Raiden,
Yeah.
and we've got Kang over Garrus, which that one was really good too, especially for all my Loki fans out there watching season 1 and 2 of the show. You know what it is.
That's right. I forgot about season 2.
Yeah, you should go watch it. It's really good. But yeah, this was just a dope trailer. The one thing to bring out, just Cyclops shanking people, kind of crazy. But the beam afterwards, like look at this. This was so fucking good. Wolverine just doing that, like just stab it. Oh, that he would do that. It was so.
It's so
good.
weird
Just
how
Marvel
Baraka
beam.
just
let it go.
fits perfectly. Yeah,
I know. Just let it go. Just let it be, please. Oh, the carnage. And guess what? It's all like YouTube like legal because it's blue blood. Yeah, it's safe. But it looks so
Pop-Tarts. Yeah. Blueberry Pop-Tarts, right?
God. Oh yeah, and we had the Thanos Garrus skin as well. Or early access to Thanos.
So look at his awkward arms. You can tell it's Goro.
Yeah. But it looks so good. Oh my puny god. Yeah. It's too good, dude. It's too good. It's too good. Damn it. Watching it again is just insane. Hopefully Jubilee is oh my god, what's homegirl with the lantern? I'm blanking on her name. Li Mei. Yeah, hopefully Jubilee is Li Mei. Yeah. All right. But yeah, that was dope. Like I said, we like to highlight mods, and that one was a damn good one to highlight. I'm so glad I forgot about it just so I could watch it again.
There you go. I'm glad I brought it back up.
I appreciate it. All right. So with that, we're going to go to a quick break because we got one more segment to talk about, one piece we're going to get into. Our Folks Attack, of course, talking about the fighting game community. And, are we as open as we say we are, or are we a little bit more toxic? We'll get into that discussion right after this, guys. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We are back. Marvel, please just let NRS go in on one of your IPs. I know they own DC, but an MK style Marvel game would be kind of fucking insane. But we're done talking about that mod. We're gonna jump into what we're getting into this week. It's 2024. Twitter still sucks. That hasn't really changed. Voted as my worst thing of 2023. But you know what? At the same time, it lets us have these kinds of discussions that went down. So I don't know if you've got a chance to check out the actual threads that were out there for it. But once you're in like the circle of following people in the FGC or in those circles, literally in those Twitter circles and such, and you're just keeping feeds on, you'll all kinds of stuff will just show up, including the most recent one that has kind of made its way around people, and it's just sparked a discussion. This was actually at the end of the year, so it was the last thing Twitter did shittily in 2023 before 2024 started. But we're still talking about it though. So we had the tweet that went out by I think it's like Uni, I think it's her name, not Uni, or it's Uni, because like her Twitter's like not Uni Bunny. All right, I'm gonna say Uni just for ease of mind. Talked about started with a post that hit like, we're such a welcoming community, we really want to grow together, and then FGC to a new player learning a game, you're fucking trash, never touch this game again, I am Spirit player, blah 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 blah. Just went off as a tweet of like, oh, this is how we say we are, but this is how we really are. And then it went into that opened the floodgates. Opened the floodgates to discussions, to replies, to people getting roasted. But then it also leads to the discussion of just that, the thoughts about it, the actual conversations behind what she said. Because what she said isn't like she said anything wrong. It's something that happened. She was just stating what had happened. But there is an underlying kind of discussion to be had there, right? Us as a community, it's been touted so much, right, that the fighting community is open to like everybody. Like it really is. Like I think more than any other community, I want to say we are just open to everyone. I honestly don't think. I think a part of it is so funny. It's because people just also don't care, right? It's the whole idea of like, round one start. It's like, I don't care who you are, what you are, whatever you identify. I don't care about none of that. Where you're from. When we hit round one start, we are opponents until someone's health is done, and then we're done. It happens to strangers. It happens to friends, right? We've played, and we could be like, good luck. As soon as start happens, it's like, I'm fucking you up, right? Like I just want to destroy you. I don't care. The point of what I'm gonna do right now is to beat your ass, right?
The funniest,
and then we can be friends afterwards.
Yeah, I think one of the funniest takes was when my homie Pedro was totally into Smash. No, wait, that's into Smash Brothers, Smash Ultimate. He was playing. We would play in the game, but then it's like when your homie spiked you off the stage, and it's like Kermit the Frog rolling up the window and driving away, like something like that. Yeah. And it's definitely like it's every man for themselves, sort of like a Royal Rumble type thing. We're in Royal Rumble season. I had to.
Yo, this guy hasn't lost a life yet. Get him.
Yeah, exactly. Get him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Those situations. He still has 4 stocks. Everybody get at him.
Yeah. Right. Once the game is on, and then you throw that guy out.
It's the competitive side of things, right? The fighting game community is competitive. There are so many communities that are competitive, right? It's just a natural part of being in this community. So a lot of the discussion came up is like, are we really this toxic? Are we really open? What can we do about it? Just taking examples from what went down here. Granted, this is kind of a loaded situation because like the person that was talking shit about Emily, who actually, this was like a tweet about this other person, this other competitor, who made it to, I think she made it to bronze 3, so she's learning, and this guy just proceeds to fucking roast her. It's a loaded kind of tweet because the guy has been known to be toxic. The guy is known to be a piece of shit. And to be honest, that's nothing new. It doesn't matter what community you're in. This is nothing different to us. You could be in basketball, you could be in football. There is always going to be somebody that's going to talk shit, somebody that's just going to be about it, right? And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. To be clear, we're competitive and we're a community, but that doesn't, and we're open, but that means you might not be built for it still. Like you might not like fit that, which sucks. It doesn't mean you can't eventually, but some people just have a misconception thinking we're welcoming, but that doesn't mean you don't have to have tough skin though at the same time. It's almost like the comedian conundrum, right? Like being a comedian is like a really tough job because the jokes you say and the people you could offend, like you have to be ready to take that back. If you're not ready to deal with the repercussions of that, that's a natural thing that comes with that kind of job or that that field, then you might not be built for it. And the fighting game community is no different.
Right. I mean, one of the things that Justin Wong, I remember saying really early on in my career is like, fighting games are unforgiving. They will beat you up. Now, granted, while you're playing someone, and if you feel as though that they are lower skill than you, use that to your advantage in the game. And for me, I don't use that on someone later on unless they're asking me for pointers after I've won. So that happens in Marvel a lot for me. I've been playing the game for 12, 13 years, and I'm still playing people that are newer to the game. Granted, and then when I'm done on Discord, they'll be like, "Oh my god, I can't stand scroll," or they'll be like, "Oh man, I almost had that. I was so nervous." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. These things happen. Just make sure you make every hit count, and just follow up with that. And the more repetitive you get, the better you get." Like, those are things that you can say. Not like, for example, I played someone in Street Fighter 6 last week in Casa Bunch's tournament. It's a ladder style tournament. So you just have to click start match, and then it finds you an opponent and you play. So I played an opponent, and he's a master Ken. All he did was drive rush and hit low or do whatever, rinse repeat. I'm just like, man, I'm not finding a way to actually open him up or to block it or to this or to that. And he beats me 2-0. Great. You know what? I'm learning Chun-Li again. I'm only on Diamond 1. And he says, "You'll get to master soon." I'm like, GG's, but don't be that guy, bro. I'm a master Rashid. Like, if you want to run it back, we can one day. and I'll take your money, but like, come on, bro. Like, I get it, but there's some things you don't have to say because you don't know the other player. You don't even know if this is their first tournament. You don't know if this is a well-seasoned veteran that's just messing with you. You know, like, go on.
My question to you, Gabe, though, is he beat you 2-0, though, right?
Yep.
Is he wrong for talking this shit?
But at the same time,
yes or no,
shit?
dog. It was a yes or no question. Is he wrong for talking his shit?
Depends.
Okay, I'll take that.
It does depend, because if I say yes, I'll be like, well, technically no, because I don't know his intention. He could also be trying to like make me feel better because he whooped my behind, or he could also be chastising me or talking down to me, as if like, you'll do it one day, and like as if like I'm a scrub or a noob, which I could be a scrub or a noob, but also I do have another master character, which who knows if I got carried by the character or not. So like I did. Okay, great, thanks, appreciate that. So for those that are listening, you can't see that Dre was nodding. So
your sheet's good. Your sheet's good.
Thank you. But go on.
So it's just like the whole discussion of it. I don't want to lose sight of it. But that's a good example of, right, you know, just like people sometimes, you know, you don't know the intention, because that also brings up a perspective. Like, what do people think is toxic? Right? Like, personally, I could never care. I could honestly never care. Like, I lose. I win. That's what's up. That's it. That's all that really matters. But I'm thinking of it competitively. That's it. That's all. I don't care it in any other way. They could talk shit all they want, and I have definitely been in a situation where people have talked shit afterwards, and all you can do is do the, you know, get up, you wrap your stick, you do whatever. You gotta hit them with the, you know, like, yo, I lost. Like, it is what it is, right? Like, and that's fine. But that's you know, some people can take that and be like, that's my fuel to then come back, right?
Exactly.
Some people motivation, right? Some people can also come back and like not feel good about it, but because maybe they didn't learn. Right? Because they want every defeat you have, you should learn. If you don't learn from it, then you're kind of in a rut. That's when it then becomes like a part of, like, you know, I don't know if it's like mentorship or you just need more experience, but like, you know, there's different ways of reacting to a loss.
And that's what I feel is most important about losing in fighting games, is also not making up what you think someone is thinking about you, even from in the game. Like, if someone's disrespecting you in the game, like just not blocking, knowing that you're gonna just like
tapping down a bunch of times.
That's
tactical crouching.
That is disrespectful AF. But yeah, like that's taunting almost. But at the same time, but I mean, like, if you're gonna base somebody's like treatment of you based on what has happened in game, I don't think you should take that personally, other than maybe a taunt, maybe an obvious taunt or two. But like, you know what I mean? So I don't know if the player had issues with somebody in the game and they called them out as a scrub, because they obviously have quotes in if you scroll up in the tweet, there's obviously quotes of, oh, these players are newbies, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I think it's very like, you can't just, because I lose a lot. You know, and I'm not going to say that, oh, this player has, unless they actually said something like that player did in the tournament, I'm not going to suspect that the player had done me wrong just because they played a certain way. I say GG's, or I'll ask them about it. But like, unless they like pop off on me and like say, yeah, scrub this and that and the other, like, go back to your other game, go back to anime or something, you know, like, then man, those are in-game fighting words, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so for me, like everything that has come up from this rant, this, you know, the Twitter threads, you know, that come in, is like, there's a lot of discussion that came from it. Like I said, the perspective of what's being toxic, the idea of like, you know, a hierarchy when it comes to reporting people that are just being toxic to be toxic, not to just like, not in a I know it sounds weird to say like toxic in a constructive sense, but you can get feedback. You can still I could get popped off on, and I'll still ask, and I can guarantee there'll be people out there that have popped off or like have beaten me, and then they'll still tell me, you know, what I did wrong, or like what can I do to improve, And it's like, you know, you gotta look for it, but like at the same time, it's like we don't have a hierarchy for it. There's no like person we can point to and be like, do something about this piece of shit. Who's, once again, like I said, this is a loaded thread because the person's been banned in different events or communities or whatever. But like, where do we strike that balance when it comes to, because a part of me is like, I get it because it's competitive, right? This guy could be master, all characters, whatever, talk and can talk and shit like, yo, even though technically masters don't mean nothing, right? I'm just making an example. I want to be clear. Master rank does not mean shit. Don't mean Nathans in the world of competition. All right, you could get
Everybody
it with a fucking like 20. You can get it at the 25% win rate, and you'd still get master. It's really bad. The system sucks. But anyway, the idea is like that you have, you know, having the accolades to show that there is some skill to you that you could say that you are better in some way, shape, or form. Like, doesn't really hold, like, you know, how do you get how do you create a balance between being that competitive, because, you know, you're talking to yourself because maybe you're a competitive person, but then the toxicity that comes from it, no matter the intention, how it can come off to someone because their perspective of what they think being toxic is. Like, how do you find that balance? That's the part where like we tend to be at a weird spot at, because it's almost like you take grassroots and you'll think the crazy pop-offs we've had, whether it's been in pools, yo, whose bitch this is, fucking, you know, finals, whatever. Like, I'm talking about all those examples, right? Like I'm just saying though, like the pop-offs, right? All those examples of like just, you know, it's out of competitiveness, right? But then, you know, and like say like in the esports side of things where it's like super clean cut, like golf is like, yes, thank you for the match, appreciate it, right? There's no like, where's the energy? Where's it? Like the FGC is like built on that, so it's like you don't want to come off as toxic, but you're competitive anyway. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with talking shit, but it's like, it's so weird because it skews in so many different kind of like angles. At least in my eyes, that's like how I'm interpreting it. Excuse me, words are hard. But you know, the thread was interesting, and it's just like I said, it's caused that kind of discussion, and that's really what the question that I've kind of asked myself or really came up with from it is like, how do we achieve that? Or rather, this is the question I want to ask you guys, is like, how can the fighting game community strike a balance between competitiveness and fostering a welcoming, inclusive atmosphere, right? Because you want to be competitive, but you don't also want to, you know, you don't want to scare people off from, you know, because you need the new blood to come in. And yeah, sure, you could just say like, oh, well, you just need the same kind of people that got the thick skin or like you. I'm like, that's fine. But the idea is that you can get anybody to come in and try. But, you know, that's where the gray area comes in. Once again, are you built for it? Are you built like that? Even if it is open and even if it is competitive and we want people in, you might not be about that life. That just might be the truth about it. That's not the answer to everything, but it's just, like I said, that's the question that has come out of it. And that's the question I want to ask you guys here, the listeners, you guys that are watching here, and you guys that might be seeing this clip on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, wherever it may be. You know, how can we strike that balance between competitiveness and being open and all inclusive, right? That's what I task you guys to give, let us know about. Let us know, once again, you can hit us up on Twitter, you can hit us up, of course, on Spotify, it'll be on there. As well as on our Discord. We'll plug those in after this.
I got a quick story at the lab. One of, you know, Thursday night tournaments, and I went 0-2. It was, I don't remember what, I think he was using maybe
classic static.
DJ or Marissa. Yeah. But you know, it was like, I lost the first match. I shouldn't have. I think I lost to like a jury. Shout out to Sea Otter. It might have been Sea Otter. And then I lost to that player. And the problem is I haven't seen him again. So then the other, he said, when he beat me, it was like 2-1. He was like, man, your Chun-Li's good, or whatever character I was using. He goes, yeah, man, maybe next time you'll be able to reach me in winners or something. I'm like, yes, next time. There's just some words, some things you just don't say to people. And it's just like,
you're gonna show up outside the lab with a pipe and I'm like, give me your hands.
Oh my gosh, it was so awkward. I didn't want to leave because they're standing outside, and I'm like, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. I don't want to walk by him.
Dude, that's one of those moments where competitively for me, I'd be like, yo, they're not closing yet. There's a seat right here.
Yeah.
Now. I'll be like, run it right now. No words. Just let's do it right here, right now. I'll even pay for your gas if you win.
Yeah, right.
At that point, I'm just competitive. I don't give a fuck if I seem toxic. But once again, that's the balance. We'll talk about that, of course, on the next week's show. But that is going to be it, guys. That's going to be it for this episode of Double Tap. We appreciate y'all hanging with us for the first episode of 2024. Thanks for listening for another week here. Once again, this episode will be live on Tuesday. We'll have, of course, we'll have the episode live on Tuesday. I just blanked on that. Make sure to follow us on all social media platforms at Double Tap FGC. Make sure to hit us up with the answers for the question of the week. Once again, how we can strike that balance between competitiveness and that open, inclusive community that we all know and love. You guys can, of course, make sure to follow my awesome host, Static Gorilla, at Static Gorilla on all social media platforms, as well here on Twitch. You can still follow Meza at Meza FGC, even though he's not here. Go hit him up. Go tweet at him. Tell him why he's not on the show. Ask him why he's not on the show. Tell him to be on the damn show. Tell him I sent you. And once again, follow us at Double Tap FGC and myself at #VS. You guys can join us on our Discord if you want to come meet our awesome community that's active out there. I appreciate everyone that has been joining. You guys can also answer and get involved in a lot of the discussions we have there. Post up articles, mods, things that we tend to highlight also on the show. And it all goes down there. mash.gg/Discord. Go say what's up there. And once again, you guys can support the show free of charge by liking, reviewing the show on your podcast platform of choice. 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4, 5. I can count that high. Let us know what you like about the show. If you dig it, let us know. A review helps a whole lot. It lets us know the feedback, and we love the feedback. We do highlight it every episode. We get something new. As a matter of fact, I gotta remind you, I gotta go check it out so I can see if any new ones have come in. Helps us out with what we're doing right, so we can keep on doing it, and what we're doing wrong, we can go into the lab, fix that. Fix that matchup and come back strong. And we appreciate you guys that have given us feedback and those that will in the future. Once again, we'll be live next week, Monday. I almost said 8:30, but it's a little shifted right now due to obviously the big move. I think we're stuck on 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Put an asterisk on that. But we'll appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. Of course, stay tuned after the show to hear about the other shows here on the Mash Those Buttons Network. Until then, we'll see you guys next week. Later.